Did
Yeah,
it?
because I was like so stressed, like talking
That's
with everyone, like
why! That's what went wrong! Here's the honest truth. Every single time you will have to work harder. Terrible finances, sales did really bad, my fucking girlfriend left me. Like every single day, something was going wrong.
that voice is in my head like every fucking time, bro. Like I live with this.
It's the same in this. I'll give you one piece of advice that's actually going to make me sound kind of egotistical. Hey guys, I just had a Zoom call with a young kid called Sebastian, who's an event promoter in Madrid. He's been following my YouTube videos for a while. He DM'd me some questions on Instagram, and I was like, man, we can just hop on Zoom if you want. I can like talk through this like questions with you. Like I just did it for free. Helps him out, helps me get content for this YouTube channel as well. So I'll link his event socials and stuff below. So if you're in Madrid, hit up his event because I reckon this kid's going to go far. He's working really hard and he wants to see this thing go really well. So I'm really excited to see how far he goes. If you're kind of in a similar boat to Sebastian and you want help, you can always DM me on Instagram. I'm relatively responsive. Assuming I've got time, and every now and then I don't mind doing one of these Zoom calls. Assuming I don't get like hundreds of requests. Like I don't sell any event promoting courses or anything. Like I say in the videos, like I just like sharing the stuff because I hate for the lessons I learned to kind of go to waste. But I'm always happy to help you guys out, guys and girls. But he did have some Wi-Fi issues, which is all right. We worked through it. So I'll cut out the bits where he like freezes and drops off and stuff like that. But other than that, I hope you guys find our discussion useful. Have a nice day.
Oh, okay. Now
Oh, that's better. Yeah, man. How
I
are
really
you?
want you to like for to. I'm doing good, and you?
Not too bad. Sorry, I think the internet's just a little bit sketchy, but we should be all right. I hope you don't mind as well. My friend got me a cigar for my birthday, so I'm
Oh,
just
no.
enjoying it now.
It's your birthday today.
It was Saturday. It was Saturday.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
How
How
old
can
are you?
I just turned 28. How old are you?
28.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, that was about time when I got into
21.
promoting. Yeah, that was about when I got into promoting nightclubs. Well, yeah, man, I got an hour, so I'm happy to help in whatever way I can. Also, if you want me to like, I don't know if you want, I can at the end. You're doing me a favor because I can use this for YouTube and stuff like that. I'm trying to get back into posting videos. But if you want me to cut any of this out or like uh, blur your face, whatever you'd like, just let me know, man. What do you reckon's your biggest bottleneck at the moment? You were messaging me the other day. Just give me like a recap of where you're at.
Okay, in Madrid, I think
Mhm.
it's from data. They said always that it's the main capital in the world of nightclubs. I don't know if
Mm,
that's true, but
okay.
here you can go out from Monday to Sunday, like every day. You got
Yep.
parties here.
Yep.
So when I start my event, I was like, I started really because I've been living on a college with my best friend, like
Mhm.
this university college, and we know a lot of people from the Canary Islands that live here. So we make these events, and it came like like 700 people, like a lot of people. So we said like, okay, let's do this, like a lot. Let's make more parties.
Yep.
But here in Madrid, the thing is that for me it has been difficult to make something different and to make continuity in the event.
Yep.
I made some mistakes and some people have like I did this first party, it came like 700 people, and the next one like 100.
Okay. Why do you think that happened?
Promote. I didn't promote as well. Like I've been promoting for the first party like 2 months and the second one for a week. Like
Yeah. Okay. So it's just like the effort that you put into it is a direct correlation.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Um, like, so I think the solution to that one's easy. It's just you just put more effort into it, right?
What?
I think the solution to that one's easy then because you just do the same effort that was successful the first time, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if are my thoughts because I'm 21. Like,
Yeah.
but I get obsessive with that, and I don't know if I'm doing the things good because I don't feel like I have a cold. You always say a cold in your videos, and it's because, bro. For example, my competitor
Mhm.
yesterday posted the like their new party, and
Mhm.
my public relations they posted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I don't get it. Like the
So
one who works at
so it's like
sorry.
competition is the issue.
Yeah.
Competition's an issue everywhere, brother. There's no industry where you just have to work harder, man. It's just like because I have this like similar conversation in like I own a digital advertising agency now, right? We still do um like ads for like events and stuff like that. There's zero industries that have no competitors, right? Even fucking NASA's competing with SpaceX, right? Like competition's just a given, right? So have you read Principles by Ray Dalio?
No, I have heard the audiobook, but I want to.
Yeah. The first principle, accept reality and deal with it. I think it's embrace reality and deal with it. Competition is just gonna be a given, man. You just gotta deal with the hand you're given. It sounds like you're in a tougher spot because of where you are geographically. Just given what you said to me then, Madrid's just going to be hard. You just got to. It's quantity and quality of effort. Okay, right? So you know that whole work smarter, not harder thing. You have to do both. You have to work really hard and really smart. So that effort that you put into that first event where you had 700 people rock up, and then you said you had like 2 months of effort there, right? And 700 people rocked up. Whereas the one that only 100 people rocked up, you know, you put a week or two of effort into that, and as a consequence, only 100 people rocked up. You need to do the same quantity of effort you did for that first one, but then increase the quality as well. So it's like quantity times quality. So you need to do that same 2 months of effort, but smarter. So look at those 2 months and go, what did I do really, really well? I'm going to do that more. What did I do in those 2 months that didn't work though? Let's not do that anymore. What do you think was like? Was it just the quantity of effort that you put in, or was there just a certain tactic that you used that just like you're like that one slapped? I should do that again. Like, is there anything else that you could be doing in those 2 months that just worked really well? Was it like a particular post or a video or an angle or an offer? Can you think of anything?
I think yeah, but I think like when people start when I was starting to talk with people, they saw me so enthusiastic, like so happy doing this event. I don't know if you like I was so happy because I
Mm.
didn't feel like this was like a job. It was
Yeah.
actually like let's try this.
Did you
And now
have you watched my more recent video where I talk about like the visions? Because you're proving the point that I made in that video where like you need to be people need to hear and feel the conviction in your voice that this is the greatest party on earth. There's precisely zero doubt in my eyes. Listen to me, look at me. There's no where else are you gonna go? You're not going to any other parties. You're coming to this one because fucking everyone else is. It's just that conviction. I reckon he lost that conviction for the second party. The second party, did it feel like more effort?
what?
In your second party, the one where you only promoted it for 2 weeks, did it feel like
Hmm.
more of a drag?
What is drag? I don't.
Like it felt like more of a
Yeah,
job for you. Did
yeah,
it?
because I was like so stressed, like talking
That's
with everyone,
why.
like
That's what went wrong. The first event, everyone can see the twinkle in your fucking eye when you're like, this is the greatest party on earth. Look how excited I am. This guy's fucking DJ. This guy's photography. It's this guy's birthday too. You got to come say happy birthday to him. And then your second event, you were more stressed. Maybe the passion wasn't in your post when you were talking to people about it. They can pick up on that stress from you. No one wants to party with the guy that's stressed. That's what went
that's
wrong.
true.
It's the conviction. It's the same thing with, I'll give you a slightly similar example. So my sales reps, right? When they sell best is when they see all of the client results because they can, the person they're talking to that they're selling to, they can hear the conviction in their voice. This is the greatest product on earth. You're buying this thing, right? I used to have a DJ school. Every single semester, we increased the price and we all closed higher as sales reps. Do you know why? Because we had a Facebook group with all the students and the instructors and the sales reps. And I made a joke at the end of the enrollment call with a student. I go, look, brother, when you get those gigs you just told me you're excited about, you post them in this Facebook group. And if I find out that you didn't post them, I'll tag you in the group and I'll brag for you. And so I had a Facebook group where the entire wall was just, I've got a gig here, I'm playing at this club, I'm playing at this festival, I'm playing here. And so I could see that, instructors can see that, other students can see that, and more importantly, my sales reps could see that as well. And you could hear in the sales rep's voice on sales calls that didn't have sales experience, you could just hear in their voice, they're like, bro, we're the greatest DJ school on earth. There's fucking precisely zero doubt in my eyes that if you want to play at this club and be a good DJ, coming to the school is the solution to that. That's what happened with you there. Is your first event, you were really excited and you had all this conviction. You were so excited. And the second one, you weren't as excited about it and you were a little bit stressed. And people could hear that and pick that up on it. And then also what happened is because you are less stressed on it, you're trying to avoid it. You don't want to put all the effort in, right? If you're working towards something you don't want to do, you're never going to give 110% effort to it because it feels like a drag. But remember that first event, it didn't feel like work, but I bet you fucking worked harder because you were excited about it. So I think you need to come up with an event that you're genuinely, passionately excited about. It's the only solution. It's what I talk about in my last video where like you need the vision that like, I have to do this thing. That's why look up one of my other recent videos. I think it was a hell old video. I talk about like finding. It's called Ikigai. Like write this down. Ikigai. It's this. I'll show you.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, I've got to remember how to spell it correctly first. One moment. One second, bro. So it's this here. So it's the you know I love Venn diagrams in my videos, right? So it's the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. If you hit all four of that, that's like the perfect fucking like life's purpose, right? Right there in the middle. I'll put it in the chat for you. Oh, stop sharing. I think that's what went wrong there, man. Like you just weren't excited about it, and then as a consequence, other people picked up on that, and you didn't work as hard at it.
I think that when I would do the first one, I didn't have like my first year in Madrid because I live in Tenerife. I think that happens when you suffer from expectations. So I didn't have any expectations. I was like, okay, I'm doing this party and gonna be great. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas the second one, did you have higher expectations? Like, I'm gonna beat that last one, stuff like that.
No, I think it was. You can talk about this in the videos. Like I think it was more like an ego issue. Like okay, I throw this big party, so everybody's gonna come again.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it. Yeah. So it's just like the ego. Like, bro, you're 21. The ego I had at 21, bro. Like, it's like it doesn't even like I've still got it, but I'm self-aware enough about it that I can pick it out. That just comes with growing up, brother. Like that's just it will come in time. There's no other real solution rather than time and maybe meditating more. That's another thing as well. It's just because especially because you're in a competitive space, it's going to take more effort, man. You can't do the same thing and expect a different result. Here's the honest truth. Every single time you will have to work harder. Every time. Because as soon as you go 700 people, that's the new standard. Now you know you're capable of that. Anything less than that is now below standards. But you can't go above 700 without trying harder.
That's true. So true.
You have to keep working harder. That's the only thing. So it's like, but that's okay. That sounds stressful now, especially because you're like 21. But like you'll adapt to the stress levels. So do you see these books behind me here?
Yeah.
So they're my journals for the last 7 years. And every now and then, like I went through a really, really tough month recently. Like terrible finances, sales did really bad. My fucking girlfriend left me. Like every single day, something was going wrong. But what I like doing is I can look at these journals and I look at stuff from like 5 years ago that was stressing me out. I'm like, bro, this is like a Tuesday afternoon for you. Like, fuck, I wish that was still stressing me out. Like, if you'll adapt to the stress levels. But it's like, you go to the gym. You told me you were about to go to the gym. I hope you go after this. Because you know how like you progressively overload a muscle? You can't keep lifting the same weight and expect the muscle to grow. It's the same with your stress and your workload. You progressively overload the amount of work, the quantity, the quality of work, the quantity of stress you can deal. That eventually, like a muscle, progressively overloads as you work harder. Right? It's the same thing. It just every now and then it sucks and you're like, oh, I'm such a failure and all this shit, right? It's the same thing. So the only answer is to work harder.
I think that is actually an ego issue because you are the best or you are the worst of the worst. That's it.
Yeah.
Are you agree?
Yeah, that happens all the time. It's like you're either on top of the world or I'm a failure. The world doesn't want me to be happy. They're a disappointment. It's just like, here's the other thing, man. So you know how I like referencing like bell curves, like normally distributed bell curves. So across your life, most of your life you'll feel average, right? Like an average range of emotions. But then there's also 50% of your life has to be happier than the other 50%. You can't be 100% happy all of the time. So half of your life is going to be happier than the other half of the life. But if you're only performing when you're in the happy 50% of the bell curve, you waste 50% of your other life, right? Because that means half the time you're relying on this happiness which you don't have. Work needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Regardless. Like last month, I was like, man, I'm a failure. This has gone wrong. This has gone wrong. I just want to sleep in. I don't want to go to work. I want to start another business, blah, 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 blah. I have 11 mouths to feed, 12 on Monday. I have to suffer through this so that they don't have to, regardless of how I feel. There's shit that has to be done, right? There's work harder and smarter, both. They have to be done.
I'm writing all this down.
That's okay.
It's actually what we already know, but we want to, for example, me, I've been reading a lot. Like I have all my journals too, like you.
Yeah.
But it's actually the easy answer. Like work harder. That's it.
It's
Work harder.
like people always want,
Like a magical ingredient.
yeah, people want a magical ingredient. You do this morning routine, and now everything's perfect all the time. It's not,
Cold,
man. Life
cold shower.
sucks.
Yeah.
Life's hard. It's like it's just constant. And here's the other thing, right? Because learning requires discomfort. You can't learn anything when you're comfortable, right? I actually just gave a little bit of a pep talk to the team then where I said, look, last month everything went wrong. Good. That means that we have to get better because there's no other option, right? When you go to the gym after this, it's going to be uncomfortable, but that's required to grow the muscle. When you try and learn this new skill, it's going to feel uncomfortable because you don't know this thing and your ego's attacking you and telling you a failure. You have to, if you want to constantly learn, that means most of your life is going to be uncomfortable. It's just a direct correlation. Like if you're feeling comfortable, there should be a little voice in the back of your head that says, fuck, you're being so lazy right now. There's all this shit that I could be learning and doing and improving out, but I'm not doing because I want to be comfortable. You
Bro,
should be mostly uncomfortable if you want to be getting better
bro,
at shit.
that voice is in my head like every fucking time, bro. Like
Yeah.
I live with this.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
bro, but I wanted to ask you something more. I have a few questions more.
Sure.
I wanted to prepare them to tell you tomorrow, but it's
It's
okay.
okay.
Obviously I started to making this with my friends, but now they see me not like their friends. I'm more like, do you get me?
Yeah.
No.
The relationship changes.
A lot.
Yeah. That's gonna happen.
It's like I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want men to like. I don't want to feel them like I'm being like they're being bossed.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. It's
Yeah.
like
I feel you, bro. So one of the things I learned recently, this is gonna get real grim. As you get older, people will either leave or they'll die. And so your network's gonna get smaller. you're 21 now. I remember when I was talking about this with a friend recently. When I was your age, I had big birthday parties where the whole club was mine, fucking hundreds of people coming for me, this, that, and the other. Bro, it was my 28th birthday on the weekend. I hung out with 3 of my friends. I don't give a fuck. It's just like those are like 3 actual friends that I have. When you're 21 now, you're gonna be really social. It's the analogy I used to drive at home, man, is like, are you still friends with many of the people that you went to school with?
Me,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But like, do you feel like there's a bunch you don't talk to anymore just because you're not in the same school 5 days a week? And you start to wonder, like, were you really friends, or was it just geographically convenient to talk to them because you went to class together for 5 days a week? You probably didn't have very much in common with them. And it's going to be the same with life, man. My dad has no friends. My dad has maybe one. Right. As you get older, there's just going to be people that leave or die. It's one of those 2 things. And your circle will get smaller in quantity but higher in quality. It's just one of those like realities of life, man. I wish there was a happier way to say it. Like I lost plenty of friends during my life. I had friends go to fucking prison. Friends are like assholes. It's just gonna be a given. But what will happen though is you'll value the friends that do stick around more, because it becomes harder to maintain relationships as you grow older, but value is attributed to effort, right? And so if they're putting more effort into the relationship, they're higher value. A friend that you just are friends with at school because they had to go to the same class as you, that's not particularly high value. They're going to be there anyway. They're not putting a whole lot of effort into this relationship. And so you'll learn to value those relationships that take effort more, which is an upside.
And also for your sales, do you have a sales tactic on these event parties? For example, what I do in Tenerife, I got a team and I got like 15 promoters,
Yep.
and they get paid by commission.
Yep.
Cool. But I don't know. But for me in Madrid, bro, I have there is clubs here that have like 200 promoters, something like that.
Yeah, can you get
Like,
more
I don't know.
promoters?
That's what I want you to say, because when I trust the party and the event and I know it's going to be good, people see it and they want to work, they want to participate.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if you have some tactics to.
There's 2 ways you can go. You can either increase the performance of your current team or just chuck on more quantity. So either improve, again, the quality of your existing promoters or the quantity of your existing promoters. Do both, but do performance first. So do your promoters know transparently how they perform against other promoters on the same team? Cool. So like they know that person brought 15 people and I only brought 10 people.
I started doing this when I saw your video.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Did it help?
Yeah. Like I put 2 friends, like 2 girlfriends, and I put them on the group, and one of them started selling a lot, and the other one was calling me like, she's getting all the people I have.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. So good. Okay, so it sounds like you've worked out quality. Let's do recruitment now. So we need another 15. So what you want to do though is, were those 15, were they like really close friends or like already friends with you?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, cool. As you increase your recruitment, the people that you start recruiting, they won't be like close friends, or they'll be strangers. So what you want to do is like hire like twice as many as you need. So if you hire 30, assume like 15 will perform. It's just what's going to happen. Because like as you increase the quantity, their natural quality is going to decrease. So just hire like twice as many as you need, and then like fire the 15 that don't work out.
And do you think it's good because there's gonna be more Instagram stories on the people, and but for the team that I have now, they will feel like I don't trust them because I put in more people, or
no, what you do is you say we're growing. So as long as they're sold on the vision, right? Look, you guys are doing an incredible job. I can't expect much more of you. And so as a result of that, we need to grow this team. here's what I expect from you guys as we grow this team. I expect that you treat them as our own. I expect that you support them. I expect that you don't steal any names from them. We're all on the same team. Right? That's the culture. What I expect from them is exactly the same I expect from you. The standards for this team are precisely the same across the board, regardless of if we're friends or if we're strangers. This is the team doing this vision. This is the KPIs that are expected. And what you need to do is you need to hold that standard to everyone. Because if Sally over here is bringing 30 people like she's expected to, and the new guy Ben over here is bringing 5 people, Sally sees that and goes, why the fuck should I work any harder? Ben's still on the team and he's only bringing 5 people, right? And then Ben also says, oh, I'm still on the team. I don't need to work as hard as Sally. So you have to hold everyone to the same standards, right? And that's what your team should expect of you, to hold that standard. But you need to tell the team, like, we're growing this party and it just requires us to build this team. Just because, and tell them and stress the point, just because I'm increasing the quantity of this team, I'm not dropping the quality. The standards and expectations are exactly the same. And they should be excited because they're going to be building a bigger party.
And for your point of view, I want to feel, sometimes I don't feel as youthful as I can be, because I'm comparing myself. When I did this first event, like first of my life, I was like, bro, talking with everyone in the streets. Like,
yeah,
I saw somebody, I was talking with everyone, with in the coffee store, in the shops, everywhere.
Yeah.
And when I've been doing, like, I think I have 9 events now,
yeah.
almost 10.
Yeah.
And I think it. Oh, perfect.
Oh, there you
are. Sorry.
That's all right. It froze for ages. You said you were excited and you were talking to people in coffee shops, and then it froze.
My phone died, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Now.
That's all good.
That's ego too. Like, what do you recommend me if I be at the same path, like talking with everyone, or I can delegate that? I don't know.
You can delegate.
Or you can do both, quantity and quality.
Depends. Like the big promoters that like I work with, like our agency, like the guy running the event isn't the person talking to people on the street, right? You don't want to be the like jack of all trades. You just want to do a few really important things really, really well. You could delegate that, man. Like that was my responsibility at first, was to be that really, really exciting guy that talked to everyone. You can't do that all the time, Alex. Your social battery will just burn out. So just lean on your team to do that for you.
I like that expression you said, social battery.
Yeah, man, they're all man, when I was your age, like how extroverted I was, you have no idea. My actual first job was like, no one would come to the club that I was the promotions manager at until midnight. But there was a pub down the road, and they'd only come when that pub would close. And so my job, when I was much younger and far more handsome and charming, was I would go down to that pub and try and pick up groups of 3 to 4 girls and bring them to the club, do a shot with them, sneak out the back staff door, find another group of girls, and just do that for like 2 hours until we had a line of people at the club at open. It took me like months. There's no amount of money on earth you could pay me to do that anymore. It's just like, it's really hard. I'm 28. I want to stay at home, fucking work. It's just like, when you're 21, man, if you've got the social battery to keep doing it, it's worth it because no one will sell the event as well as you can. But you can't, just embrace reality and deal with it. You can't do it forever. Just start lending on your team.
I'm doing this now in Tenerife, Madrid, but I think I can apply those. Really cool. Actually, is what I have learned a lot in your videos, like a lot.
Thanks, man. I'm glad.
I got this. Look. I want to show you.
Ah, sick.
You did this.
Nice. Yeah, that's from one of my videos. Awesome. That's so nice to see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Promote the stuff of nightclubs. And the people I've seen in videos in YouTube, they're like, I don't know, I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing more videos
I
now.
don't feel
So
like.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know, man. I'm glad it's helpful, man. That's the whole point. Like I'm not monetized. I don't like sell any courses or anything like that. I just like I'd hate for me to learn all this shit and then just like it go to waste. Like I'd rather just like tell people like yourself and be like, hey, like don't fuck this up. This cost me a lot of money. This will save me a lot of time. Like I'd rather the lessons not go to waste, you know?
And how much you started at age 21 and you finish at
I
when you
started
finish
DJing.
promoting clubs?
I started DJing at 17, started playing clubs at 18. I think I was promoting clubs by 20, and I left the nightlife scene at like 24 or 25. I left pretty early. Usually people stick around a while, but I don't know, life had other plans for me, and I started building business and some shit like that.
Bro, so sorry.
It's all
Sorry.
right, man. It's okay.
I will do it in my home, but my roommate is sleeping, so I don't want to bother him.
That's all right. I don't want to bother him either. Sorry, what was the question you were saying?
And what it was community, and
Yeah.
you already told me. And what makes an event different? Like nowadays, like what kind of show, what kind of can you offer or give to the people?
Really depends on where you are. And sometimes it's seasonal as well. Really, what you need to be doing, and I actually can't answer this question for you because I'm not familiar with the Madrid marketplace. You need to be looking at what everyone else is offering, and the answer is easier said than done. The answer is to just find gaps in the market which people aren't interested in. Is it a certain musical taste which is kind of coming up but no one else has realized it yet? Is it a kind of performance aspect? Is it some other kind of entertainment form? Is there just anything people haven't done yet in your space, or at least not done well? I had to be creative because I was weekly. I had to do different shit every week. Like we did like play a game of Twister and you win a bar card, fucking pizzas, burgers, fucking some random game. The main thing that I would tell you to do though is make sure that whatever you do pick, it looks good on social media. Like people want to take their phones out and video it because then you get free PR essentially because people are like, oh look, this club's doing this silly game. Isn't that bizarre? I can't answer the question for you, unfortunately.
Again, bro. No, but I listen to you. Like for me, social media, like social platform, one of the most important things for me for my
Yeah,
brand. I don't know if you check the Instagram and do you think
I
it
looked
look
at it.
good?
Yeah, looks really good. What's your main target market? I'm guessing it's around the same age as you.
Yeah,
Are you on TikTok yet? Like, do
like
you have a TikTok for the club yet?
we did a bunch of videos from summer, but it was
Yeah.
two girls that wanted to make TikToks about like I don't know in Spanish is like spicy questions to people, and that went viral. Like
Yeah.
we did 5 parties in at summer, and it was like it went good.
Yeah.
Mm. And I have another question
Yeah, of course.
to sorry for. Okay, do you think that you need to be likable in this business, like saying yes to everyone,
Oh, okay.
for
Yeah.
example?
Do you need to be likable in this business? Yeah. It's like it's a really obvious answer because like if people know you're a dick, like they don't want to hang out with the dick at the party, right? It's like if someone's inviting you to like just to say like someone invites you to their birthday party and you don't like that person, you're not going to go to that person's birthday party. Um, it's the same in this. I'll give you one piece of advice that's actually going to make me sound kind of egotistical, but the guy that was managing me, that like was managing the club, really, he told it to me early on, and I'm going to sound like a jerk saying this, but he said you have to be the guy that guys want to be and girls want to fuck. It's literally, it sounds crude and rude, but it's kind of true. Like guys want to be able to look at you. Guys should be able to look at you, see, hang out with a bunch of girls, and like, fuck, this guy looks like it's fun. I want to hang around with this guy because all the girls are hanging around with him. And same with girls. It's like girls want to hang out with you because you're fun and you buy them drinks and you're polite. You're not rude to anyone, male or female. You can't be. Just do the basics, man. Like be on time, be genuinely polite to people, say please and thank you, say goodbye and hello and goodbye. You say those things and you ask about people's day and you ask about how their lives are and you're genuinely interested. People will like being around you and they will wish you well too. They'll bring their friends. They'll say, come to Sebastian's event. Sebastian's really nice. I'll introduce you to him. You just had to be that guy, man. It's, yeah, like, you should, regardless if you're an event promoter or not, you should be a polite person to everyone that you meet. And there's no exception to being an event promoter. It's more important. It's always important across the board, but it's very, very important in this industry. Yeah. So be polite and genuinely nice to everyone that you meet.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right. Is there any other questions?
On the money side, what
Sure.
do you think?
It's hard, man. Like the money side of events, you can either make a lot of money or you can fucking lose a bunch too. Be clever with your money. I'll give you this piece of advice. Maybe there's two realities of life. One's death, the other one's taxes. Make sure you pay your taxes on time. Put your money aside for that. This is a certain portion of your income that isn't yours, it's the government's. Make a separate bank account and just put it into there and just don't touch it, forget about it. Pay it to the government when they ask for it. It's very important. Whenever you're doing your forecasts for your event, you're 21, so you're very optimistic. Be more conservative and pessimistic with your forecasts. Assume like, hey, I reckon if you're like, I reckon we're going to send 1,000 tickets. Budget as if you would sell 500. So you need to make sure that the like completely unavoidable or disastrous outcomes are just handled, right? So that if this event goes bad or well, it's not going to put you under. Just be really pessimistic with your forecasts. Being optimistic is important too, but on the budgeting side of things, like budget for worst case scenario. Because then everything, if you always budget for worst case scenario, whenever you hit your optimistic target, it's just profit, brother.
It froze again.
That's right.
Right, I don't want to bother you anymore with you.
That's okay, man. Hey, if you ever have any more questions, that's right. If you ever have any more questions, brother,
okay,
just message me or on Instagram or email me. I'm happy to help out whatever you need.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it a lot.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Bye. Have a nice day. Bye.
Have a nice day, Sebastian. Go to the gym. See ya.